Hello, everyone. Hello, Sangbob. Hello, konnichiwa. Hola, hola, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Kong. Glad you could make it. I hope you had enough sleep. Night shifts are hard. Anyway, hello, everyone. My name is Leo. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp, and that was my brain buffering for like 2 seconds because I am very sleep deprived. Hello, Enki. Finally. Chat. Thing. Yes, chatting. I wanted to do one last week, but because I knew I was gonna go away and Omori takes so long. My goodness, it's such a vast game. I wanted to get into that as much as possible, so I didn't do it. What's a sleep? That is a very good question. I need more sleep. I'm like, I feel my brain fighting for its life right now. Even my throat kind of like feels odd, but it's just the lack of sleep. I've been words are hard. I've been getting some stuff ready. I don't know what a brain is, but I know what a brain is. It's a thing in your head that forms thoughts and movement. Yippee! I can't do the high voice right now. I'm like very dead. I haven't spoken a word in like an hour. Anyway, so in case any of you don't know and are here like, what do you mean by the last yap? Hold on, let me get out of studio mode. There we go. So I have to make a trip into space for to sort out some things. I'll let you guys know exactly what it is when I return, because I need stories for when I return. And so it was a very last minute plan. Like it had been in the, like, I had had some talks about it way back in May, but then it ended up leading to nothing, so I assumed that it just wasn't gonna happen. And then at the very end of June, I think, I got asked like, hey, are you gonna do this thing? And I was like, I never got a response, so I wasn't planning on it. And then I was very encouraged to do it, so I ended up booking a flight and I have to leave. So I'm gonna be away for, I think it's pretty much almost 2 full weeks. Yeah, it's like 13 days. So I leave, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hold on. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, like 14 days. It's exactly like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be back, not necessarily to streaming because I'm gonna be probably very dead after everything, but I am going to be back on the 22nd, so probably I'll be streaming again that week. The 22nd is Monday, so yep. But yeah, so I have to take care of some things, so I'm gonna be away for 2 weeks. But fret not, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. I prepare some content to replace the live streams while I'm away. They're gonna be premieres. They're not, that's why they're not in the live stream section. They're in like the video section, and that's a little bit annoying, but if you look at it, if you look it up through the playlists, it's gonna be in the live stream sections. And they're premieres because, you know, when the video premieres, there's a live chat, and so you guys are gonna are gonna be able to chat there like you usually do in the stream. The only difference is that I'm not gonna be like responsive to you because I can't see you. I might be in the premiere chat if I am able to, if time allows, whenever I have internet, because I am not guaranteed to have like stable internet all the time. So I will try to join you in the live chats as much as possible, but if not, you guys are gonna be like amongst yourselves, so you can just chat there, leave comments like you usually do on streams. The only difference is I'm not gonna be responsive. I'm not gonna be like directly talking to you because or answering whatever you put in the chat like properly in the video, because it's just pre-recorded. But you have like 2 playthroughs of Omori. I wanted to record a 3rd one, but I am very tired. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I will try my hardest later today to maybe record that, but I make no promises. It's probably just gonna be the ones that are already like there, that are 2 Omori playthroughs, one for this week, another one for next week, and the violin practice. Yes, I continued Omori somewhere during the weekend. I don't remember when. It's recorded. Confused. You can watch it. Like, it's fine. If you were hoping to catch up, hold on, I'm like, my brain is lagging. If you wanted to catch up, you can still do so. You have until Thursday, until like the next playthrough. It's fine. You have time until Thursday. Also, like 2 days. And I do get into like a zone that I don't know if it's very spoilery or not. So yeah. Some didn't reply to her text. What? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Oh, about your people. I can't tell you just yet because I don't want to risk anything. So I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna tell you exactly why it is that I have to leave, but I have to leave. So yeah. It's it's nothing serious. Like, I don't want you guys to like think that it's something like serious or anything. It's not. It's just something that is very annoying. That I need to do. But on the plus side, it's like a sort of mini vacation at the same time. So you guys are always telling me to take a break. This is gonna be like my second forced break-ish, because I am taking work with me to do as much as I can during my free time. So it's not shady. Risk. I have my theories where I'll keep it to myself. Yeah, it's just how can I put it? Like, it sounds very, very sketchy, but it's not. It's just that I guess for lack of a better word, like for safety purposes, I guess. I rather not say it just yet. It's better until I return, I guess. And sorry, I'm very tired. I only slept like 3 hours or something because my body's like, my inner clockwork is just horrible right now. I need to finish packing as well. I'm almost done, but I still have some things to like check. I have no free time like I thought. Well. That's it. I didn't have a follow-up for that. I'm just like very tired. I'm trying to like think what else did I say that I wanted to talk about. I'm also a little frustrated because I didn't get to finish everything that I wanted to finish before I leave. Regarding like content, I originally wanted to do also like a recording of Lake of Voices, but that fell through. I could technically do that instead of Omori if you guys want. So like, for example, Confused, you can catch up, but I don't know. I don't know. Free time is a myth, exactly. Even when you have free time, you're like, ooh, I could be doing this, and it's like, ooh, creative outlet that is gonna take a lot of my time. But yeah, so like, it's not, again, I really want to emphasize the fact that it's nothing serious. Okay, it's nothing too serious. But still, I'm a little paranoid in something, so I rather not risk anything. So, yeah. Once you become space, I'll just fly into the sunset, or well, there will be no sunset in space, but I'll just fly into the sun and then come back. And you guys will have pre-recorded Leo for 2 weeks. I also have like covers ready. I just wanted to do like a couple more. I wanted to have ready like a couple more because, you know, Epic, if you guys have seen my most recent cover, the Thunder Saga from Epic recently released, and it was amazing. And I wanted to do Scylla and Mutiny real bad. I recorded Scylla. The problem with Scylla is the harmony section that I have just not been able to properly figure out, because it's not like you sing it, it's like you don't sing the harmonies, you like pitch them, because it has this like robotic-ish very uncanny sound that I really like. So I want to do it, but I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to figure it out, and I just couldn't. So I might have to re-record it and figure it out from there. It doesn't help the fact that I just don't know a lot of music theory, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I probably won't be able to have Scylla ready for whenever this week. Yes, I am sun resistant. We've talked about this, Confused. I am sun resistant. I'm a demi-vampire. It is literally in my about section. In my intro whenever I start streaming. Come on, guys. No, that's not a new game theory channel. Shut up, Con. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp. See? Draw sun resistant blind to a sun different thing. No, it's the same. I just glitter in the sun. Anyway, the point is, my natural star is the moon anyway. So we're we're not gonna get into the lore like itty bits right now. Anyway, I know it's not a star, it's a moon, but I don't care. I'm calling it a star right now. It's like a satellite. The moon is cheese. No, it's not. It's pure solid gray rock, I think. I don't know, I've never touched it. It would be good if it were cheese though. What was I saying? I already forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I went to record, I wanted to have Scylla ready, but I couldn't. I know it's a satellite, but I want to call it a star. Leave me alone. Yeah, so Scylla, I'm gonna see if I can figure it out today, but if not, then I gave up. Mutiny I also wanted to do, but I don't think even if I record it today, I don't think it will be ready, so. And also the newest Helluva Boss song, the All To You, motherfucker in parentheses. That's the name of the song. I also wanted to do that, but it's It really depends. It really depends on my time today. And I really need to rest because my flight takes off at like 5 a.m. So I'm gonna have to be at the airport at like 3 a.m. So yeah. Hola, perrito carmesí. Welcome. What was I saying? Yeah. So, do your thing, Leo. What thing? Oh yeah, the poet. Shut up, Enki. I know what you're saying now. Not yet. Oh. We'll see how it develops. Anyway, so hold on, let me retrace. What was it saying? Oh yeah. So Con, you're making me want to say like a really bad joke. Anyway. No worries, Confused. It's fine. This probably won't be very long because if I want to like get try and see if I can get Scylla to work, I'm probably gonna need more time. I also need to, again, like, I need to actually rest this time because if I don't, it's gonna be very complicated tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be at the airport at like 3 a.m. Use the bad puns. It's not a bad pun. It's that you were like, what thing? And I was gonna be like, your mom. But bleh. Anyway. What was he saying? Yeah. So that's something that I couldn't do. That doesn't even make sense. Sure. Anyway, moving on. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so those are like the couple of covers that I wanted to have ready, but I couldn't, or at least it doesn't seem like I'll be able to. And also like a bunch of shorts that I had planned, and I only managed to do like 2. I also want to see if maybe I can do that today, but it seems highly unlikely, unfortunately. So yeah, but at least I do have like at the ready some pre-recorded streams, so you guys can have content while I'm away, and also we can progress a little bit through Omori. They're not that long, like the longest I think it's like an hour and a half or something like that. So it's pretty safe length, I guess. So yeah. Estamos hablando del contenido que dejé listo para el tiempo en el que no voy a estar. Y básicamente eso, sí. Es que no dormí, entonces estoy así como que pero no, poemas ahorita no, por favor. En el servidor, ahí sí. ¿Cómo estás? I really have to make that Spanish speaking stream. I really want to do it so bad. Maybe I'll invite Ibra along for that, or Hannah, who knows. But we need to figure out something, because it has to be... Well, Ibra and I have an idea, but, you know, our schedules almost never mash up. We're both very busy, so who knows when we'll be able to do that. Pero sí, en el servidor sí, con mucho gusto. Los vemos y todos te damos feedback. Anyway, so... What was I saying? Yeah, you'll have 2 Omori streams, and a test of the violin practice stream. We'll see how that is received, if you guys like it. I'm not too sure about it, if I'm being honest. Like, I felt pretty odd recording that mess, but if you guys like it, we can do it more often. Or at least I will try to do it more often when I return. How do you see with such black walls? Well, you see, everything else is so bright that it doesn't blend in for me. You use this echolocation. And also, for those of you who are interested in the lore, because I just mentioned that I had lore and some people weren't really crazy about it. For those of you who don't know, yes, I do hide lore in my covers. In some, not every single one. If you want to join the hunt, join the Discord server. There are a couple of people who like to discuss about it there. And there's a special channel for that as well in the Discord server. I do hide some hints here and there about my lore in my covers. There's also my lore video. And this weekend, I am releasing a cover that may or may not have a little more straightforward hints. You know, just saying, it's a certain song, fan song, that another Utaite made for Honkai Star Rail. So, you know, if you guys are interested, there's gonna be something about that this weekend. Probably most of you, and if not, then go to the community post. Probably most of you already saw the sunflower picture. That may or may not have implications. So, you know, just saying, just putting it out there so you guys know. And what else? How is it not a Mori related? Because I didn't even think of a Mori when I did it. This idea has been on the works for a while. Also, I've told you about sunflowers before. And the whole Polaroid is an aesthetic. Like, the Polaroid aesthetic doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just an aesthetic that I like. I'm not connected to Flowey. God, no. The Polaroid is just an aesthetic that I like, and it's also a part of the original video. Like the original like song. But the sunflowers has been like not necessarily a reference in my lore, but like me as a person. I've said it before. Also, to emphasize the fact that I'm a demi-vampire, hold on. Where is it? There we go. See? Wings. And they're retractile. I know you guys don't get to see them often because I don't pull them out often because I don't feel the need to. But for emphasis, here. Is your final form of Photoshop Aldrich horror? No. This is my final form. Well, not really. Yes and no. Technically, this is. Because, well, you guys can see because of the... hold on. Because of the desk, but see? Like, and also my thing is black, but you can see the nails over there. See? And back when my shirt was a little bit more transparent, you could see like the arms that are like halfway kind of corrupted-ish in a way. Well, actually, my left arm is very transparent. Oh god. But if you look at the reference sheet, you see exactly what the arm looks like. Hold on. Let me reposition myself. There we go. Oop. Just a little to the right. But yeah. I'm not an owl. But what's the other half? Human. It's just human. But most vampires don't have wings. It's debatable. But no, I'm not an owl. They're little guys. I like owls, but it has nothing to do with my lore con. Give yourself owl lore. Vampire. Not that kind of vibe. Anyway. Half human, half vampire. That's why. So. Yeah, lore. Woo! I actually remember you asking me at one point about the lore con a very, very long time ago, before I even had like this model. If like one of my parents was human and the other one was a vampire, and I told you no, both are vampires. Well, there's more lore for you. I'm just thinking, that's pretty much it, I think. Another angry Leo. By the way, I don't know what exactly is the deal with memberships on YouTube. I still don't have access to that, so that's why we don't have emotes. But I'm guessing whenever we reach 1K, something will happen with that. So, let's hope. And... Oop. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not gonna end it here. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to like what I did these past days. Like content that I have ready for you guys to still have my presence in some way, shape, or form while I'm away. I'm still gonna be as active as possible on the Discord server. Whenever I'm not around, probably Hannah's gonna be like making rounds in a way, looking at everything, making sure nothing is on fire, all of that. Small wings. Yeah, they're small wings. But they're cute wings. Not the mods. Yes, the mods. Actually, she's always there. Like, she doesn't talk, but she's always watching. And sometimes when you guys get crazy, she like messages me and is like, "What's going on?" Like, what are they talking about? I'm like, I don't know. They're weird. She's always watching. It's just gonna be like a little bit more active while I'm away. But I'm still gonna be around. Like, it's not like I'm gonna completely disappear from everywhere. I just might not be as active. I'm barely active anyway. Like, I just pop in here and there when I have time. But or whenever we discuss about pancakes. I actually shaded confused a little bit on one of the Omori playthroughs. Because there are pancakes at some point. Today we were polite. Yes. Can she see this on the chat? Yeah, in a way. Like, she's a mod here too. I just don't know if she's here right now. But she can see it in the chat after, you know, in the VOD, in the live chat, like the archive. But yeah, she's also a mod here, so you know, and on the premieres. Can she see the fire? I don't know. Are you guys doing something on the server? Anyway, so yeah. So I'm gonna be as active as I can on the server, but other than that, I'm just gonna be like away. I don't know if I'll be using my social media. I usually just use Twitter / X, whatever people call it these days. Hold on. I'm gonna yawn. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah, I see the fire. Ooh, a silhouette animatic. Neat. Anyway, I just like accidentally opened my For You page. Wah! Evil Twitter, yeah, but Twitter gives me my amazing fan arts of Genshin. From Genshin. I was actually playing a little bit before this because I just needed to wind down. I'm mostly active over there, but I don't really tweet a whole lot. But maybe I'll try to be a little more active on Instagram, who knows. At least while I'm away, I don't know. I'm just not a very social media person, as in like post stuff. So yeah. But I'm usually just around. I don't really use Instagram often, but I have it because, of course, the channel requires it. And I also, there was a time where I just spent most of my time there. Do you know Skibidi Toilet? I've heard about it, but I've been told not to get anywhere near it. I've been told not to get anywhere near it, so I know it exists. I don't know what it is. I don't like to social with the media. That is a pure cringe. Like, I don't know what it is. I just know it exists. Another brain rot, please. It's fun. I've just been told that if I want my soul to be intact, I should not watch. And at this point, with the internet these days, I just rather avoid if they tell me no. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I want to look into it. Do I want to look into it? I just know that it exists and it's popular with the kids. And there are figurines about it in a lot of places, like a lot of bootleg merch. I think at least you would be safe. What do you mean? I've seen a lot of bootleg merch around, but I have no idea what it is or what they do or anything like that. So, oh, also, now that I remember, the first Omori recording has a little issue with the audio because turns out when I recorded that, I didn't notice that my mic's gain was like had been like turned down for some reason significantly, like compared to how I usually have it. So there's a little bit of an issue with the audio. Like it sounds funky. It sounds funny. So just be aware of that as well. I adjusted the volume as much as possible without it like sounding too distorted. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. Wonky is the word I'm looking for. It's a little bit wonky, the audio in that one, but after that it gets fixed. So yeah. It's like Transformers and Half-Life. I never played Half-Life. nor have I ever watched any Transformers movie. I just overcooked my food. No. Hopefully it fades out soon. Is it like is it really that bad? Like what is it? Like I don't know. Like I'm scared of looking it up, but now I'm curious. Like what is it exactly? I don't really, because I don't know any of the other two franchises. I am still unsure as to what it is about. But I stand by the LSD statement. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just very eepy. What else? What else do we have to talk about when regarding my leave? Well, it's just that, like, again, I'm not gonna be completely away. I'm still gonna be around to like answer comments and stuff. I'll try to see if I can work on some more things, but if not, I'm not gonna pressure myself anymore. I'm actually, this time I am actually very tired. I slowly feel like a burnout creeping in because of how I actually overworked myself this time. Very bad. Do not recommend. I'm supposed to be on vacation, and yet here we are. But yeah, I actually overdid myself this time. Last night I had I don't know what happened, but my hand got like hurt. It's fine now. I had like an ointment, and I rubbed it on it, and after like 3 hours, it made its effect, and now my hand is fine. But I could not move my right hand because it wasn't so much pain. Like the muscle was very strained, and I don't know if it was due to stress or just me overusing it because I've been on the computer. Like I'm always on my computer because this is where I work, but I don't know if it was from overuse from the mouse. And then I also practiced violin yesterday, and then I had my guitar class, and that just made it worse, and it was very bad. So yeah. Alright, Mr. Rolly, let's not be rude here. Some people can like and dislike some things. So let us chill for a little bit. I don't understand Skibidi Toilet. Con doesn't like it for some reason. It's fine. Let us calm down and not be rude. This is not a place for that. Thank you. No! Ixan, why? It is pretty late for you. Isn't it like 4 AM or something? Like, are you good? I hope you don't have anything important tomorrow because I think it's pretty late for you. But I can relate to the I can't sleep. That was me last night. And just flights in general stress me out. And so my brain has been an overload recently. When it was 4 AM for me, I was out like a light. Yeah, no, I was still awake. I was about to go to sleep, and then I was still awake for a little bit. Half-Life is cool. I don't know what it is about either. Like, again, I know it exists, but I just never got into it. Anyway. What is Gmod? I don't know what Gmod is. Guys, I'm old. When I was younger, I was on a different side of the internet. Ow, my elbow popped. Bro, what? What is I've only heard of it. I don't know what it is. I don't think you were on another side of the internet. Okay, let me look it up because you guys are gonna just be like, what? Why do you know what? Why do you know what Gmail is? Like, I don't know. Gary's mod. Sandbox. Oh, I know what this is. I just never. Okay. I didn't know what it was called. I know what it is. Never mind. I know what it is. Yeah. I just never knew what it was called. It's everywhere in the memes. It's like the supermarket meme. Yee. I understand now. Half-Life gave us Gmod? Really? Huh. Interesting. The more you know. But yeah. So I realized yesterday that it was really hard for me to turn off my brain from like channel work. Oh really? Interesting. I never knew about any of that really. Because again, I was online, but I played other things. Like, did any of you ever see a site called Panfu? Half-Life had a lot of mods. Oh, interesting. No? You didn't hear about Panfu? So, if none of you or some of you don't know what Panfu was, I don't know if it still exists actually. It was like do you guys know Club Penguin? I think that's an easier one for the younger generations. Wait, were you guys ever in Club Penguin? Con, you can tell me no. You can't tell me you did not know about Club Penguin. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Well, anyway, so Panfu was basically a Club Penguin, but not until after it was gone. Okay, that's fine. But you know what it is, or what it was. Man. Club Penguin was a online-ish game where you were a penguin and you could just play around. It was does it count as like a sort of MMORPG but without like battles and stuff? You just live life and interact with people and get money, buy memberships, all that jazz. It's just like a kind of like a life simulator. Yeah, it's like an MMORPG in a way. Kinda, yeah. So Panfu was basically like Club Penguin, but instead of penguins, you were pandas. And you could talk to people, and I don't know why kids always like romancing everyone else in those games. You were always asked out, and I always found it weird. Even as a kid myself. No, you could not. But it had like a little bit of a different dynamic. Panfu, I don't remember it a whole lot. You can't do that in any of those. Like, come on. Like actual MMORPGs of fighting, then yeah. But like those were for kids. Come on, you can't do that in those. You can't even be truly evil in Clef Penguin, even when they were like, oh, special event and you can join the dark side of the Force. That, I think that was the closest I got to being a fan of Star Wars ever. With the Club Penguin collapse after they got bought by Disney. And then they ruined it, but anyway. But yeah. So basically Panther was that I was more into like that side of the internet when I was younger. Rather than like those other types of games. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. What is going on? What is going on? Oh. Not a very funny joke if you were meaning it as that. So this is the second warning, by the way. This is the second warning. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm hungry. Pamfu. It was basically called Penguin, but with pandas. I remember there being a disco. It was odd. I was young as well. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but yeah. And what other games did I play? I remember like online games, but not as like in the same way of like those where you could interact with like actual people in real time, sort of, but more like those game pages that you could find, like games.com and all of that. I used to hang out a lot on those. That's where I usually played a lot, and the official websites of like the kids TV channels and all of that. Did any of them have owls? The only game about owls that I remember was the DS game of the Gahul movie. I don't remember what the Gahul movie is called in English. But that's the only thing I remember about owls. I had the DS game and I completed it, and then I sold it to get more games. I remember it was fun, but at least back in the day for me it was very challenging. And that was pretty much it. And I also liked the movie, so that's pretty much all I remember of anything having owls ever. Yeah, I sold away the Fluffy Birds. I'm sorry. I wanted another game and I didn't have the money. And I had already completed that one. I had a tendency to do that because I never revisit games. Like, for example, I also had the Megamind DS game. And then, once I completed it, I tried to play it again and I was like, this is not fun anymore. Like, I already know, like, I don't know why. I don't know why. So, I just sold it and bought something else with the money that I got from it. The only games that I still keep for the DS are like my physical copies are the new Super Mario Bros. There was a Brave, a game of the movie Brave. Yeah, the Pixar one. The Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. And Mario Kart. I think that's pretty much it. What? With the 0% review? They probably already had it. They probably already had it and were like, you know what, let's release it anyway. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna take you guys to my BRB. I need to pick up something. Give me just a sec. Sorry about that. Where's my room? Here's my room. Sorry guys, I had like a very important call all of a sudden, so I had to pick up, but it's fine. I'm back. Now, where is my chat? There is my chat. What were you guys saying? Are you again about me leaving you? Hello, Anki. Welcome. I mean, you're still here. Nice. Yeah, it was pre-made. Yeah, we were talking about Megamind series season 2. Yeah, and that's the only way they could have gotten like the season 2, and they were like, you know what? Might as well release it. It's already done. They probably thought it was gonna be like a massive hit because Megamind is so popular and the movie is so good, but not whatever they did. Man, I'm so upset about that. I'm so sad. We could have had a great thing. We had a great thing. We could have left it like that, but no. We needed to be greedy. And now look at it. What happened? Oh no, I just had a call. But it's fine. It's from a family member. They wanted to check in on something, but it's everything's okay. It's fine. Nothing serious. But I had to pick up because it was important, but it's okay. Hi, confused. We were talking about the Megamind series getting a season 2. I sold my Gahul game, and now Khan says I sold owls. And you were guys making a fuss. You guys were making a fuss about me leaving you, abandoning you. Do you have abandonment issues? This is the only way I can like understand why are you so like, no, she's leaving us. Ah! That is a horrible season 2, right? Oh man. I can't really say about studios recently because I didn't watch Kung Fu Panda 4, so I don't know how that was. It's a horrible show, yeah. Abandonment? No, I don't think that's on the list. Oh no, the neighbor again. Come on. We were doing good. What happened? What else has DreamWorks done? Shrek? Isn't there a 5th one coming? Although I don't know if it's necessary. Probably not. The Puss in Boots one was good. The Last Wish? That is I think that was the last thing I watched from the DreamWorks. Yeah, that one was very good. That was a very good sequel. It could be its own movie, honestly, because no one remembers the first one, but back in the day I remember liking it, like the first one, but then it just faded into oblivion. And now the second one is the one everyone talks about. We don't talk about Megamind 2, that doesn't exist. But yeah, the last thing I watched was the Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, and that was it. They also did the How to Train Your Dragon ones, right? I know the third one has been out for years now, but they also did that. Those were good. Now they want to make live actions for some reason. I don't understand why, if that hasn't worked for the other company. They just thought, oh yeah, we should totally make a live action remake. It can work. And I'm like, but we don't need it. Why? It's like Pacific Rim, there's only one. What is Pacific Rim? That sounds familiar. Hold on. It's Cartoon Network all over again. Oh man, Cartoon Network's live action era. That was something. Oop. Ah, Pacific Rim. I was confusing it with a game called Pacific Drive. But I remember I never watched those movies actually, like the Pacific Rim ones, so maybe I should add it to the list. But the live action, yeah, but it wasn't any good. people went to see it because they wanted to see like, oh, you know, nostalgia, which is basically what they exploit all the time. But it wasn't good, and for the most part, I didn't hear any good reviews. They massacred my favorite song, so I will never forgive them for that as well. There's only one movie, except what do you mean? I will probably add it to the list then, because I never watched Pacific Rim. But yeah, I'm so upset about The Lion King. I think out of the live actions from Disney, I only liked the Jungle Book one, and it was just because they changed the ending. Because as a kid, I was always very upset with the ending of the movie, of the animated one. Robots fight monsters for people who love robots fighting monsters. You mean how they butcher exactly. I will never forgive them for because of what they did to Be Prepared. I remember just sitting. Here's the thing, I was also not having like the greatest time of my life because I was with my nephews. So, and one of them suddenly decided that it was good to sing very loudly Hakuna Matata in the cinema, but to his to be fair to him, he was like 2 years old, a year old, something like that. So yeah, but I went to see it, and I just remember sitting there and being like, what was that? I was the only thing that I was expecting was that song, and then they just did that, and I was like, that was it. That was it. And then just I zoned out the rest of the movie because I was so upset. I think there was like a Beyonce someone else song that was supposed to be popular, like a rendition of the what is Simba's girlfriend name? No, Nala is their daughter. I forget her name, but that one. Is it Nala? Then what's the name of the daughter? Kiara. Oh yeah, I remember now. So the Simba Nala song. Yeah. So Nala is the girlfriend and Kiara was the daughter. You're right. I forgot. I just remember that was a very big thing back in the day, and then but I never really got it. And that was that. Was the voice of Nala Beyonce or Rihanna? It was a famous singer, one of them, right? And that's why it was like super advertised with that song. I don't know. Well, it was one of them, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they just butcher Be Prepared so bad, and I was very upset, and yeah. And again, because a lot of people wanted to be like, oh, you know, my childhood, you know, my kids need to watch my childhood, but in live action form. They went to see it, and that's why it sold out a lot, but in general, I didn't hear a lot of good reviews. My parents were like, it's fine. Like, it's not amazing, but it's decent. And for me, it was just utter chaos because I felt nothing watching it because they couldn't make the animals emote, because I don't know why people are so obsessed with being realistic about things when it's like, my guy, it's animation. It's a fictional story. It's fine. It wasn't even, yeah, I know it wasn't even live action. It's all CGI, which again, that's why it made it like the highest grossing animated movie, because it is animated. So I don't even understand why they felt the need to do that. Did you guys ever watch the Chronicles of Narnia? We don't talk about Mulan. Mulan doesn't exist. I mean, the problem with that one is that it just, aside from any like controversies it had, like aside from that, because it had a lot and for good reason, but aside from all of that, just story wise, just like how it was made, all of that, it's a very boring movie. They took the soul out of it completely, and I just could not even get halfway through it because I was like, I'm bored. I'd rather go watch the original. So yeah. So yeah, the Chronicles of Narnia, they made a way better job at animating and having Aslan emote and have emotion while still looking like a realistic-ish lion. So I don't know why they couldn't at least do that for the Lion King. I don't know. I was just very upset with that one. That is also my favorite meme. I was actually talking about that with Hannah the other day. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Also, I also use very often with my little cousins. No, Enki, don't disappear. Yeah, the original Mulan movie, like the animated. What was he saying? Hold on, I lost my train of thought. I was saying something. Oh yeah, my also other favorite meme from Narnia that I use with my small cousins. Whenever they like, for example, they talked about Five Nights at Freddy's and they're like trying to talk about the lore and stuff, as if like explaining it to me, and I'm like, do not speak the ancient magic to bewitch. I was there when it was written. And I'm like, oh yeah, and this and that, and they're like, what? They're also very small. They don't know the full length of everything that is FNAF yet, but they're very excited about it, and they like try to they're like, of course to their parents makes sense, right? Because their parents don't know. They're like, okay, cool. But when they go to me and they're like, oh yeah, this and that, and they try to be like, yeah, let me tell you about this really cool thing that you totally don't know about because you're old, and I'm like, do not speak the ancient magic to bewitch. I was there when it was written. It's so fun to use that every time. But yeah. I just never hold back with my little cousins. Even with my nephew sometimes. I just tell them like it is. And maybe that's why they have a tendency to like want to be closer to me when I'm like, I don't know how to handle children. Please leave me in my corner. Oh, like the live action. Like I was watching the live action and I got so bored I couldn't get through like I couldn't even get to the halfway point, and I was like, I'd rather watch the original, which is the animated one. That's what I was saying. If parents actually looked into this stuff, then kids would watch. I feel like they would be, yeah, they would probably stop it or at least like moderate it. I've seen them watch some videos and I'm like, are you sure you should be watching that? But they're not my kids, so I'm not gonna step in. When my aunts ask me about it, I tell them and I'm like, hey, I explain it to them. But so they know, but only if they ask me. If not, then it's not my business. They're not my kids. So, yeah. I had no clue that Narnia was animated. Just the, you know, a lot of like certain things like Aslan, for example, the lion. Not everything, but yeah, it has animation in it because CGI. There's the night shift's giving you strokes. Probably. That's how my brain feels right now, honestly. But I understood what you said. I understood what you said. But yeah, so they're not my kids, so it's like it's not my job to like raise them or like tell them, you know, unless they ask me. I'm perfectly fine. It's like that one song from Panic at the Disco. What's it called? Like something about good time. Cause there's a point where it sings like, I'm scolded a gentleman, a usual fool while I try to stand. I lost a bet to a guy in a chiffon skirt, but I make these high heels work. I told you time and time again, I'm not as stink as you drunk I am. Something about a good time. I forget the title, but I remember the lyrics. But it's basically that, like, I'm not as stink as you drunk I am. But yeah, that's what I was saying about Mulan. But there's also like Mulan 2 animated. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's actually my favorite one. Yes! It's my favorite one. Leave me alone. It exists and it is very much real and I love it. And as a kid, I think that's what made me very dramatic because I just like drama. He's saying Mulan 2 isn't real, and it is very much real. Proof source, Disney Plus, look it up. Look it up. There's the 3 daughters of the emperor that are trying to get like that have to get married to some dude in another place. I'm broke. Just Google it. Google it. Let me see if I can actually Google it myself and pull up a picture or something. Direct to DVD. I didn't know it was direct to DVD. I just had it when I was a kid and I loved it. I haven't rewatched it as an adult, but I just remember putting that on loop endlessly because I liked it a lot. Hold on, Mulan 2. And they have like a whole discussion about like the Shang and Mulan are gonna get married, and then people ask them, oh, how many kids, like when they announce the engagement, they're like, how many kids do you want to have? And one says one thing and the other says another, and it's basically like unbalanced in their relationship because they do not seem to like agree and communicate with things, and so the parents give them the yin and the yang and all of that. It's great. Examine. Where is the picture? Leave me alone. I liked it, okay? And then do you guys want me to spoil you like a major plot point? There it is. See? It is very much real. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this with YouTube, but it is very much real. That's Mulan 2, that's the poster. Remember, kids, stealing from large corporation is always morally correct. I do not endorse this. I'll just let you guys do whatever you want in that sense. There it is, see? Anyway. The point is, I do not. I will not make a public statement about this. You guys are free to do whatever you want. I want to stay in the good side of things for now. And anyway, But yeah, Mulan 2 very much exists, and at least as a kid, it was my absolute favorite. Um, I think actually, like for example, I didn't watch Peter Pan first. I watched The Return to Neverland first, which is the sequel, and then I watched Peter Pan. For legal reasons, we do not endorse it. Hello, Dini Lover. Welcome. Maple. Maple is here. Hi. Welcome. I actually have it right here, I think. The Return to Neverland? Somewhere. Like, you guys can't see my desk, but like I have a little like a little thing, like it's kind of like a bookcase-ish section that my desk has. But instead of books, I have my movies, like my DVDs. And I think I have The Return to Neverland somewhere here. Howdy. But yeah, like for example, and because it was my first exposure to Peter Pan, I like The Return to Neverland better than the original one as a kid. What other sequels were there? Night at the Museum. I like the second one better as well. I never watched the third one, so please no spoilers. What else had like a sequel? Bambi. I also like the second one better than the first one. What about Hook? He's fine. He kidnaps. What's the name of the girl, Jane? At the very beginning of the movie, so because they think she's Wendy, but in reality Wendy's her mom and all of that. He's fine. Like I like him, he's funny, but he's fine. I know some people actually like him. But for me he's fine. It's okay. After the mom dies, the first is born. It's about grief. What do you mean? It makes me so sad. But yeah, I like Bambi 2 better. Was there Lion King 2 as well? I preferred when I was a kid. It wasn't my first exposure, but it's the one that I remembered the most. And I liked it a lot, and I really, really, really was into it as a kid. And I actually had a Kiara plushie, which is why I can't believe I like mixed up the names just now before. That I was like, is that Nala? Or is it Kiara? But shut up, Con. You just have no taste. Lion 2 is amazing, and I will die on this hill. It has all the drama. Lion King 1, yes, it has like it's Mufasa dies, whatever. I like Lion King 2 a whole lot, and the song when they exiled Kobu, it's my favorite, and I will die on this hill. Oh, The Lady and the Tramp 2 I also like better, and The Fox and the Hound 2 as well. I just liked sequels as a child for some reason. I don't know why. I never watched Atlantis 2, so I can't tell you about that one. Nor The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 either. I don't know about those, so I can't tell you about those. I think I liked Cinderella 2 better as well. I also like The Little Mermaid 2, but that's more because I identified with Melody in some aspects when I was a kid for some reason. So yeah. They are war crimes. Okay. That just makes me want to see more. I mean, I need to rewatch the originals anyway, because it's been so long since I watched them that I barely remember anything about Atlantis, for example. I remember more about The Hunchback of Notre Dame than Atlantis, for some reason. The Fox and the Hound, I like the second one. It's all about singing dogs, so imagine little Leo wanted to be a singer and she saw singing dogs and she was like, oh my gosh, that is great. But the Lady and the Tramp 2 I also liked for, I don't remember why, but I liked it a lot. The only one I remember not liking is Tarzan 2, which is not even a sequel, it's more like a prequel. That one I remember not liking at all. The Tarzan prequel that is called Tarzan 2. Huh, really? I was usually just exposed to the sequels first for some reason. And then I watched the originals and I would be like, I like the sequel better. But for example, for The Little Mermaid, I think I did watch the first one first. And then I watched the sequel and I like the sequel better. Morgana is weak as a villain, but I just like the movie better for some reason. But Mulan 2, I don't remember if I watched the first one first or if Mulan 2 was my first exposure to Mulan. And yeah. Oh yeah, The Lion King 1.5 is also great. That one is also very good. I like it a lot, yes. But I still like The Lion King 2 and you can't do nothing about it. About Cinderella 2, is the problem with Cinderella 2, like I do remember liking it better than the first one, but the problem with Cinderella 2 is that it's just not a full movie. It's like a different stories packed into a movie. And so I remember liking the Anastasia story, where she defies the stepmother, or for her it is her mother, and she gets together with a baker that is very nice to her. That is pretty much like, that's one of the stories in Cinderella 2, and that's pretty much the thing that I liked. I would put that story on repeat a lot. There are 3 Cinderellas. Did you guys know that? There are 3 Cinderella movies. And the third one, back in the day, I remember not liking. But I've heard that it's actually good. Like, as a general consensus. I sadly did. Like, it's good-ish. I just remember when I watched it, I didn't like that they undo everything. And then go on a whole time travel adventure that messes with the canon of the end of the first one. So it's an interesting concept, but as a threequel, I remember not liking it. But for Cinderella 2, the problem with that one is like it can be considered like a full story in itself, because it's just like more like a compilation of stories. I actually have it right here. I'm looking at it right now, and I remember liking specifically the Anastasia story with the baker, and that was pretty much it. I think out of the princesses movies, Snow White didn't have a sequel. The Sleeping Beauty also didn't have a sequel. Beauty and the Beast doesn't have a sequel either, but has a Christmas movie that I barely remember. I don't know if it's good or not because I don't remember a whole lot about it. You know what sequel I don't like? I didn't watch Cinderella until last spring. Oh my god, I feel old. Are you talking about the animated one or the live action? Please tell me. Please tell me. Are we talking about the animated one or the live action? Because if it's the live action, I do not like the live action. Okay, good. Good, we're good. Perfect. Yeah, animated has 3 movies. The Christmas movie for the Beauty and the Beast, I really don't remember a whole lot. I just remember like that the bad guy was like an organ. So yeah. So I really don't remember a whole lot of it. But did you guys watch Pocahontas? 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 The second one is, I don't have the words to describe how enraged I was as a child. I was enraged by that movie as a child. Imagine. Well, I don't remember how old I was. 7 maybe? I don't know. But like, little me was like enraged by that movie. It was so bad, it made no sense. And then all the trouble we went through for John in the first one for nothing, to get on with the next guy, just like that. I was so angry. The first one is fine. I know it has controversies for multiple reasons, but just as a standalone story, like in its own bubble, I liked it. Pocahontas is the one about like how do we describe it without it sounding? It's a is it about? It's basically about racism and white people. When you really like boil it down to its core, and then the Native American girl falls in love with the white guy. It's odd, but I remember liking it as a child. Is it the villain song? The Savages one? Or the Colors of the Wind one? I don't know why my first instinct was that you like Savage. Because it's the white guy talking about the native people. Man, that movie has a lot of a lot of things. Like it's not trying to send you. Well, you were right. It's not trying to send you necessarily like a bad message, but it could have some things worked. Some things could have been done better, but basically it's like against racism in a way. And the bad guy is a colonizer that just calls the native people savages. So, but I like Colors of the Wind. Colors of the Wind is a very beautiful song, and Grandma, I don't know what her name is in English. These movies I didn't watch in English, by the way. I watched them all in Spanish when I was younger. So for me, Grandma is like Abuela Sauce. I don't know what the name of the tree is in English. Like in its own bubble, it's a decent movie. I liked it as a kid. But the sequel is just all this effort and for what? Oh, I also like Toy Story 2 better. There, I've said it. Going back to sequels I actually like. I just remember Pocahontas 2 and I'm like, the thought of it sucked the life out of me. Anyway. I know, but still, like, movie-wise, just taking into account the movie and not the IRL story, it's just, as a kid, I was just enraged. You cannot tell me that, Maple. You cannot tell me that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway. Yeah, Toy Story 3 is great. I'm not saying like it's inferior or anything to the second one, but I personally like the second one better. I have issues with the fourth one. I really have no attention span. Oh no. But Toy Story is so good. Man. But anyway, I personally really like them, so. But yeah. The Toy Story 1 is good. Toy Story 2 is better. Toy Story 3 is great. And I don't know why Toy Story 4 exists. I have not seen the 4th and will riot over the 5th. I don't know why they're making that. I know money, but at the same time, like when it comes to like storytelling wise, it's just not. It's just not. It's just not. Just like, okay. The fourth one is good in some areas, but it wasn't necessary. That's pretty much it. I know they need money because they're losing a lot because they're wasting all the budget in the live actions that no one asked for. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. A lot of people nowadays don't know this because I don't talk about it often, but back in the day in middle school and high school, everyone knew me as the Frozen gal because I am a huge fan of the movie Frozen. I like it a lot. It has a very personal meaning to me, for me. And it's very dear and near to my heart. And I have an entire collection of things Frozen related, and to this day I still buy more Frozen related things. And all my birthday parties have some Frozen thing around, like a helium balloon or whatever I can find, because I like it a lot. This is why I am also winter themed. But I am not a fan of the fact that they announced a third and a fourth one. I really am very skeptical about those. And I am dreading the time they come out. I will go watch it because I am curious and I am a huge fan. Jake. Yes, they also, alongside the third one, they announced a fourth. It's in the works as well, and I am very upset about it. There is no need. They could have done an animated series or something, and it would have been better. Because the second one, I like it in parts, but it had so many issues story-wise because they also just did not give enough time to the people that work on it to be like, to go with the story they wanted to go first, and so they just had to rush things, and it was a very messy production in like at the end of it, because of course Disney was like, hey, we need to get it out now because money, and it's just not, it lacks a lot of things, and it could have been way better, especially when you read, like when you watch the cut stuff and you read the novel. We could have had a lot of things that could have made it better, but unfortunately that was not the case. I need to drink this off. You gotta have money, yeah. I used to be a Jelsa shipper way back in the day, and then I stopped. Don't worry, Maple. Bye. Please. It was with a J, not with a G. Jelsa was the ship, the crossover ship of Jack Frost and Elsa from Frozen. Yes, Jack Frost from the Rising of the Guardians. Gojo, what? Who is Gojo? Hold on. Who the fuck is Gojo? Was that a thing? Oh, is the one from the Jujutsu Kaisen. I have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen. People ship that? I thought we were way past the days of cross-shipping Elsa. Well, damn. I have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, so I don't know why this ship exists, but... interesting. I was talking about the other one, the old one, but... I can't say anything about that one. I just find it odd. But, okay. Oh. I am mildly concerned about what people ship these days. Just because it doesn't make sense in my head, but again, I haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen, so I wouldn't know. I'll just leave people to their ships, I guess. But going back to the Jelsa with a J, it's a very old ship that formed itself way back in the day when Frozen was released, and it's just Jack Frost with Elsa, Jack Frost from the Rising of the Guardians. It was cute. It doesn't make a lot of sense if you like want to put it into canon in a way, but it was a whole thing, and there were ship wars about Jaconsul and Jelsa a lot, because for the uninitiated, Jaconsul is the ship of Jack Frost with Rapunzel, which was also a very popular ship at the time and had more time because Tangled had come out back in 2010? Oh god. Tangled is almost 15 years old. What the fuck? Anyway, I feel very old now. My bones. Yeah, you need a drink for this, because there was a thing. In order to explain Jack Frost and Rapunzel, there was a thing. I do not remember what the origin of it was, called it was not Super 6 came later, but I don't remember the original name. But basically, it was a team. It was like an AU where Tangled, Rising of the Guardians, How to Train Your Dragon, and Brave shared a universe. And the main team, and like the team of like 4 people being like friends and basically helping the world and stuff, it was Jack Frost, Rapunzel, and is his name Hiccup? In English, I forget. In Spanish, it's Ipo. So, but the main character from Rising of the How to Train Your Dragon. Sorry, yes, Hiccup. And Merida from Brave. Those 4 were like a team. They were friends. They would hang out and stuff. There were ships, of course. People. The main ships were like Jack Frost and Rapunzel, and Hiccup and Merida, which made more sense to me back in the day. But you know. But the point is, I don't remember what the unit name was, but it was so popular. It was everywhere on the internet. There were a lot of fanfictions, a lot of fan arts. It was a whole thing. And like the full name of it was like the Rising of the Tangled Brave Dragons. Yeah. The Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons. That was like the full name of the thing. Of like the whole AU. And it was very wild. It had a lot of content. It was extremely popular. For some reason, I genuinely do not know where it started or where was it from. Like what the origin of it is. But it was a whole thing. I think there's actually like a video. Hello Venom, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. We're talking about something. About things from the past that I don't know how they happened, but they happened with fandoms. So yeah, I don't know how it originated, but I actually think that there's a YouTuber by the name of what was her name? Izzy, something like that. She has like a very long, like a name with a lot of Z's, or Z's, but she makes a lot of like small documentary-ish analysis videos about some obscure media, some other not so obscure, but like more like what happened to them, like for example Neopets and all that jazz, like phenomena that on the internet that has happened, right? Like fandom wise. So she has, I think, a video on that I haven't watched, and she probably knows then why is the. I like your model. Did you make yourself? Yes, I did. I designed and rigged this model myself. Back to the point. Sorry, I like my brain is like so hello back, welcome back, Maple. So she probably explains where the whole thing originated, but yeah, Rise of the Tangled Brave Guardians, or whatever the name was. What the Brave Tangled Dragons? Yeah, was a thing, and it was something, and then when Frozen came out, it evolved. And so it became the Rise of the Tangled Frozen Brave Dragons, better known in short as Super 6. And it included like the OG4 main people. There was Hiccup, Merida, Jack Frost, and Rapunzel, and then included Anna and Elsa as well. And that's where the ship war started, because for people it made more sense to ship Jack Frost with Elsa rather than Jack Frost with Rapunzel. Some stories had Rapunzel being with Flynn, some others just removed Flynn from the picture entirely. It was a whole thing. Super straight. No. I'm not as drunk as you drunk I am. And so it was a whole thing, and I was part of that, of course, because I shipped Jack Frost with Elsa back in the day. And I never got into any fights, but I was very much against Jack Hansel back then, and then I just grew out of it and found it very silly that the war is still on till this day. It's not as popular anymore, but there's still some traces of it left on the internet, and it's a whole thing. I don't know why people nowadays ship Gojo with Elsa. I would probably need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen to understand. But there was a whole thing about shipping Elsa with, like, as a crossover. And there was also like a very small ship of her, like it wasn't as popular, is more like what I'm trying to say, of Hiccup with Elsa based on the whole thing, but it was not as popular, and I was just there for the most part in those. It's a whole thing. I'll probably put the little analysis that I saw on the circulating over there about it on the server if you guys want to know about it. It's an ironic ship. I know, like usually those are like for funsies, and then some people take it very seriously and shit goes down. But those ship wars back in the day were like very real, and I was there with my brothers in the trenches. With my brothers and sisters in the trenches of the shipping war. And later with life, in life I just discovered that warships are very ship wars are very silly, and you can just ship whoever you want for whatever reasons you have, and it's fine. But it was a whole thing. But yeah, And I'm pretty sure there's still fan fictions about it somewhere. I never wrote any. I was just like a consumer on that side of the internet, but it was a whole thing. But yeah. Back to sequels and all of that. So yeah, I'm very sad about Frozen 3 and 4. I will go watch them just because, you know, I'm curious, but I'm not very... I don't endorse that, even though I'm one of the biggest, probably, Frozen fans out there. I still love it with all my heart to this day, but I'm very sad in the to see like the direction it's going on. It probably won't. I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. But if Disney pulls off the same thing they did with the second one, then it's probably just gonna be unfortunately. And there's also Toy Story 5 for some reason. I've heard that Inside Out 2 has been good. I don't know because I haven't watched it. I went to see Despicable Me 4. I really liked it. It's just a fun movie. Plot-wise, it's like very messy. When I stopped and analyzed it, but it's whatever for me. It was fun. It's a fun movie. I like it. I like seeing Lucy Wilde for days. Yeah, I'm her biggest fan, and I've heard that Inside Out 2 is good. I just haven't watched it. I really want to. And I don't remember which other sequels are there right now. Like actual, like, you know, present time new sequels that might be good or not. But yeah. I don't know when Marvel is releasing anything new. Like, it's been a while since I've heard anything about it. And the last movie I remember seeing around was The Marvelers? The Marvels? Something like that. Hello, Milky Way! What should you draw? Gojo. I guess. There's a third fight. What? Why? Unpopular opinion, I don't like Finding Dory. Silk Moth OC. Ooh, that sounds good actually. Why is there a third Finding Nemo on the way? I know Moana 2 is releasing this year apparently. I didn't even know that was in production at any point until the trailers started releasing, and I was like, what? I haven't watched any because I don't watch trailers, but I don't think Moana needed a sequel. I know that Lin-Manuel Miranda is no longer involved in the music, so I'm also very scared about that. Oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. That one probably is fun. Deadpool is just dumb fun in general, so that one probably will be good-ish. Oh yeah, the Mufasa thing. I'm not gonna watch that. Honestly, I'm just not. It's live action. I don't care. That is more like a prequel, I think. Right? I know that there were some Lion King books at one point. Oh, Joker 2. When is that coming out? I like the original one, like the first one. I don't know if a second one will be good, but I haven't watched any Venom movies, so I don't know. But I don't know about anything Marvel is releasing lately, aside from like those ones that are more like side projects for them, really. When it comes to the main timeline. I still haven't watched season 2 of Loki. Probably I'll do that in my break. I like Marvel, I just wish they were doing better right now. I did not watch the Marvels, but that is more... What happened to that? Okay. I don't know what that was. Yeah, they're just throwing stuff. The problem is that they're just throwing stuff at the wall. They don't really know what they're doing anymore. And because there's no communication with between directors, it's just a whole mess. But I just try to enjoy each movie as its own thing whenever I watch them. Marvel hasn't been very good recently. They got so obsessed with making an interconnected story that the writing has just been very odd. Also with the TV series that are on Disney Plus, that are more like on Disney Plus and all of that, they also mess timelines a lot. So it's very weird. But yeah, in general, like there are some good things in there, or things that I at least like, but it's the interconnected story itself is just not being written very good. And so the movies no longer work as standalone movies like they used to back when the whole Infinity Saga, where yes, they were interconnected in ways, but they also worked as their own movies, which is the sad thing. So yeah, unfortunate, but I'm still around it just because I want to see where it ends. I've been a fan for a long time, so I want to see how they fix or make that worse. But I didn't watch the Marvels because I personally do not like Captain Marvel at all, so I just skipped that. I'll probably watch it at some point, maybe on Disney Plus, because you know, but sunk cost fallacy, pretty much, but that's it. Do you play Genshin? Yes. Yes. Not as often as I would like, but yes. I'm a huge fan of Marvel, so I'm so sad. I'm very sad. Oh, so that's why you were like, don't ask that, because I love Genshin. Genshin. Yeah, there are a lot of good ones in there. But I have no story. Same. I want Farina too, but I don't have enough to even do one pull for her. And I'm very sad. But I'm trying to save for whenever Kabe comes back, if he ever comes back. Kabe, I miss you, please come home. I miss Alhaitham. I did pull for him, but I didn't get him. And other ones that I want, Tainari. I want Farina because she looks good, but I don't have enough for her. I'm interested in Sijuin as a concept, but I've heard that her battle system is not very good. I did her trial and I didn't find her very useful, so I'm not pulling for her for that. But I like her as a concept. It's more like I want her because of the character, not so much because of her as a unit. Yay, Farina is cute. She has a very sad backstory. I'm not caught up with the story mode in Genshin, but I know about Fontaine as in like in that very general sense, and her backstory is very sad. But I like her a lot. She's a very good written character. But unfortunately I can't pull for her because Primo Gems. Yeah, Iron Man is just a good movie in general. Indeed. Cat and Soup. I've never heard of that. Oh, Project Sekai. Yeah, I know. I know you're trying to pull me in. I know what you're doing. I refuse to budge. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I would need to install BlueStacks to get it on here and then figure out how to play it on the PC. But I won't budge just yet. Maybe one day, but not right now. Sega. It's just so good, but I know. I actually have a cover that I need to finish from Project Sekai. It's been almost a year in development and it's just there, waiting. I know I like it. I know I like it. That's the problem. It took me 3 years to get into Genshin. Not because I didn't want to play it, because I knew if I played it, I would like it and it would be over for me. Is it Osawa? No. It's Mr. Showtime. It's Mr. Showtime. I've had that in production for like a year. Yes, the Wonderland Next, the Showtime, something like that. I love that song so much. And the cover has been ready for so long. The video is a problem. Because I wanted to be experimental and then I just left it there in production hell. I tolerate Rui. I feel asleep from a serving. We're talking about Project Sekai because I don't play it, but I do know some things about it. And so I've had a cover of a song from that game in the works for the longest time, and it's just in production hell at this point. Because the song itself was recorded and mixed and edited, and it's there, it's ready, but the video is just, because I wanted to be experimental with it, it has just been in production hell for the longest time. It's been almost a year since I started that, and I have just not finished it. So it's there, but it's a song that I recorded and it's there, and because I really like it. But yeah. But yeah. Oh, it's been 2 hours already. 2 4-stars from Mr. Showtime. Ooh, nice. What is the name of the purple-haired guy? I don't know him, but I like him aesthetically. I think he's fun. Rui. Yeah, I like Rui aesthetically, like how he dresses in most of his songs, because there are some that I'm like, that is a weird wardrobe choice and a weird color choice, but for the most part he dresses really well and I really like it. He has a very good closet. I want his wardrobe. But yeah, guys, I am having a lot of fun, but unfortunately I really need to end it now because I need to finish packing and getting everything ready before my flight at like 3 AM. Yeah, I really need to finish packing, and then because I need to leave at 5. The plane leaves at 5 AM, so I need to be at the airport at like 3 AM, so it is very unfortunate. If you guys want to keep talking about this, you can join the Discord server where we could maybe dive into it a little bit more through text and maybe audios if I feel like sending one, because sometimes it's hard to write a lot. I am not leaving you permanently. I already told you. I will repeat the announcements. I have playthroughs recorded of Omori and also violin practice. They're on their premiere ready. Oh no, I'm sorry, Maple. That is honestly the easiest way to like for me to keep in touch with all of you. That is not the channel. So if not, you can follow me in my social media and maybe I'll post there, but not very Pepsi Man into your heart and all that. What is that? Anyway, point being, join the Discord server, please, if you can. It's very fun. We're chill. We just discuss a lot of things. That might be cursed or not sometimes, like pancakes. I will never get over that. I will never get over the pancakes confusant. It's a crime, really. But anyway, there are a couple of premieres that are ready for this week and next week. So those will be substituting the streams while I'm gone. There will be a live chat in those. I will try to pop in and be with you guys. But if not, then please, if I am not able to like join, please enjoy them yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. I hope it's fun. They're continuations of our playthroughs of Omori, and also just a test of how a violin stream would probably work, and see if you guys like it. There will also be covers in the weeks that I'm gone, so you won't be short of those either. But other than that, I'm going to miss you a lot, guys. I really like streaming, and I'm so sad that I'm not gonna be around for 2 weeks. But I will be back on the, not just streaming necessarily, but I'll be back home on the 22nd of this month. I will only be away for 2 weeks, so don't worry, it's not that long either, but it'll feel like eternity for me. But I'm not gonna be gone that long, and I'll try to stream that week when I come back, and we'll be having a just chatting when I come back, and then we'll get back to our like usual playthroughs and all of that. So with that, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thanks so much for being here and giving me a couple of your hours. Please take care of yourselves. I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy the content I leave out for you, so you guys won't be you guys will have content. And so I am like, I don't want to go, but I have to go. I'll be back sooner than you think, and you guys have content, so and I'll try to reply if you guys leave comments and stuff, so I'll be around in a way. And yeah, I'll be seeing you around. Alright? Don't forget about me while I'm gone. Share my content. We need to achieve world domination. Remember, if you want the drunk stream, we're gonna need to get to 1K before the 1st of August. Remember, you have like 3 weeks or something like that. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be around in a way. And I'll be back. Don't worry. And yeah. Anyway, bye guys. Bye. Ending screen before I keep on yapping. And I just don't want to go, but I have to, unfortunately. Anyway, bye guys. Have a nice rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you live. Happy time zone, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right. Just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for all the content and stuff, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye.